Hi there, this is LT Survival. Welcome to this update of the channel. First thing first, I have a big reveal to do. Some of you might have been hinted about it, but let's see the intro and the big reveal at the same time. Well, some of you had some hint on Instagram and on Facebook, if you remember, of some group that I had some patches made. They were made by a guy here locally. He's the owner of the Custom Patch Canada, and he's a really nice fellow. He's a broker, so he has them made outside, probably Asia, and but they're really well made. They are Velcro. I'm gonna cut in a picture right here, and they're Velcro back patches, and they can put as a morale patch on any hook and loop square that you have on any equipment, either backpacks or anything like you saw in my reveal. Well, these I've opened recently a PayPal account, so these patches are available. I've got a limited supply, but I wish to render them available to many people. Those who want. I mean, what I'm asking for them will basically cover the next batch. So I'm not even financing the channel with it. So basically I'm selling them so I can buy some more and have them available to you. Price, it's going to be simple. $8 shipped in Canada, in Canadian in Canadian dollar. $8 US for the US shipped, and $10 for Europe shipped. What I've seen for the package, it should be okay, hopefully. It'll be close by. So $8 Canadian, $8 US for the Canadian and US side, and $10 for Europe in US dollar. And in the PayPal account you can simply transfer the amount as if you were giving me money. As simple as that. We'll keep it as simple as possible. It's not a business I'm running. It's really just to make them available so you can enjoy them and put them in your souvenir wall, or like I do with around the picture. My Velcro patch is way too small now. That's it. That's all on the patches. I want to insist, I've opened a PayPal account so I can do business with some of my fellow here. It's easier to transfer money through PayPal, so that way I'm set up so I can pay bills like these, and I can also transfer money for obtaining patches like I'm going to do with BBC, Boreal Bushcraft Canada. I never had that before, so that's the flexibility I'm getting now. Other things, I was really excited about the patches and I wanted to bring them out, but had to wait so some people received them first. It's kind of a surprise gift to some of big supporter I have and people that did really great thing for me. So also we're getting towards the 1,000 subscriber, so there'll be a giveaway. I've brought to you here what I'm going to give. There'll be knife, maybe a couple of small things, but there'll be a patches. So if you win the contest, you'll get your own Lieutenant LT Survival patches. It's pronounced LT as a nickname. Anyway, so that's it. That's what I wanted to say about it. The giveaway is going to be starting when I reach 1,000. It's not to run for 1,000. It's a we'll start the giveaway at 1,000. It's been a while. I haven't done one. I think it's a major milestone if I get to 1,000 eventually. I would suspect I'll get there by spring. Well, I still have about 80 to go, so it shouldn't be that long. I mean, some people went over their objective in a week, and I've been going slowly. I've been growing this channel very slowly to a very small pace, as I didn't want to rush things over. For that, what's coming up on the channel? Well, I have a series of video I already did is historic knife, and some of you, oh yeah, and some of you that have seen my picture on Instagram, because LT Survival is on Instagram, so look for me. I'll put a link down below, and you can check me out and see many pictures of the knife I went crazy and bought, and the knife I got on loan. Some of these knives will be these knives will be reviewed, will be the historic capsule will resume with my own grandfather hunting knife. It's a PAL. It's about 3-inch long, and it's the British type bolt in the pommel, same as the one my father has, but he has the bigger size, and this one is a smaller size, and the stamps only says PAL. So I have to research and find what PAL did for the 3-inch format. On the Instagram, you saw the beautiful folder Lakota mirror polish. I just put my dirty finger on it to open it. Jesus. The beautiful, very mirror polish, I mean. Incredible. This knife is like 30 years old. My father, we obtained this knife a long time ago, and it never was well, there's nothing that was done to the knife before, and it's still in pristine condition. So, but it's been carried around. So that's knife that's going to be reviewed in a historic capsule. This one is not historic. Well, let's pass to the historic one. I have one, more of a funny one. This one has some story. This is my first multi-tool camp knife. You hear me right, and it splits in two. My father gifted that to me when I entered the cadets movement, so I can eat with a fork, a spoon, have them in both hands, and the knife is on the same side as the spoon. Okay, it's a fake staghorn, and it has no marking besides stainless steel and I think Japan somewhere. So no info. It's going to be hard to find where this knife came from. I mean, this knife has at least 30 years too. So that's the historic capsule. These are going to come. These are going to be coming. I'll be doing some other knife review, the Ganzos, Anlan, and Y-Start, and I have another make. I think I got small Schrade, Sanrenmu. Got all kinds of small knife. I've got also the Canadian military belt of First World War. That was in the uniform, the field dress they used to have, and they replaced that by the webbing, because these belts were gifted to cadets, not gifted, but they were sent to the cadet movement. That was like in the 1920s, 40s, and 50s. They were using that on their uniform that was depicting the one of the military. So I have that coming up also. I've got this beauty also to review. It's my father's own multi-tool. It's a Victorinox Swiss tool. Very nice, very rounded, very heavy. I've not seen multi-tool that heavy. This States probably the 90s or so. So that's another one that's going to come. I'm going to do also start series of, beside the historic knife, I'm going to start series of videos, maps and compass teaching. Like I'm teaching to the cadets, I'll do the same thing on video. It's just complicated to get set up for combining point of view and things like that. And I don't want to do something very hand type, a hand show on the table pointing you thing. I mean, I'm going to try to figure out a way of doing it a little better. With that, we'll also touch on survival basic, what we teach to the cadets, and acronyms and things like that. Some things I picked up around GPS, also global positioning system. Some other equipment that I bought, you know, when I went crazy and bought Chinese. There's all kinds of small stuff I've been using, and I'm going to be eventually reviewing. That is, you've got to get the time to film and post it. I mean, processing is quite long, but it's publishing something of quality that's more bothersome than having video out there. That's why I'm doing the VR that you've seen past. Last week and the week before, I did a couple of those uploaded straight to YouTube type video, and that works fine for those kind of video. But I want to have something a little more touch up, so that way it's going to be more appealing to the people, and it's going to be more useful. I'm trying to keep my subject so it's very compact, so teaching will have to be very compact. And again, I'm using Instagram now to promote the coming out of the videos. So you'll see image, a screenshot basically of the title. Some of them, this one is gonna be a little camouflage before for the screenshot, but on Instagram you should see it appear, and you soon gonna be able to view my screenshot of my title screen for each video I'm going to pull out. I'm probably going to go back and redo all the preceding one through Instagram. So if you are one of my followers on Instagram, they'll be burst at one point. I'll try to keep them a couple of days of titles video, so of with the link of the video. So if you missed the video and you're a new subscriber, you'll be able to go back, and if something catch your eyes, you'll be able to go back. Well, I want to make this a little less long video, because this is already 13 minutes and that's only the core. I haven't had the other image. I have one more announcement to give you, to tell you. Some of you know that I'm a scuba diver, former military diver, former military, and I'm a reservist right now. And some of you might, but not all of you might know, but I wrote a book. Well, this is the second installment of the Quebec Dive Guide, and there's a third coming up. So on Instagram you'll see some pictures of the new book, the new face that's going to come up. Scuba diving should be a little more active. I'll try to be more active, maybe on YouTube also. I am maybe opening a second channel for scuba diving. Of course, scuba diving in Quebec, this book is in French. It is not edited yet in English, something I'm working on. I've been working for a couple of years to have that published in English. This is my workbook, so it has all kinds of page mark and all kinds of annotation in it. So soon you'll hear about this. If you're from Quebec, well, I hope this book is going to be as popular as it's been before. Voila! This is it. This is the end of this video. Hopefully you will be happy to have learned all this. If you are, give it a thumbs up, share so the people can subscribe before we get to the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Hopefully it's going to be soon. I'm kind of etching a bit because it's a big milestone. For YouTubers, 1,000 subscriber, well, you're getting into the big leagues, I think, or the medium leagues before we get to the real big leagues. But you're getting to the bigger leagues if you have 1,000 followers, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So thank you for having watched all my crazy videos, all my small videos, and all my experience I'm trying to get in bushcraft survival, fire making. I'm gonna try all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna try to put it into view. I'm gonna try to do it. Anything you wish to see from me, put it in the description, in the comment section. I'll be happy to try to oblige. I mean, for a creator on YouTube, the most difficult thing often is to be inspired to which video is required from the audience. I'll have a follow-up. Hint, I'll have a follow-up on my survival kit. I've upgraded that survival bed. So, we'll see you in the next video.